Aloha, beautiful souls, and welcome back to episode number 73 of the Happiness Hub. This is your go-to space for attracting joy, abundance, and success by living in a gratitude mindset. I am Marianne Rouse, your singing gratitude consultant, and today we are talking about something that will change your mornings and your results. We are diving into morning gratitude routines, not just a habit, but as a strategy to set your mindset, attract better energy, and create real momentum in your life and business. So, first things first, why mornings? It's not just about getting up early and feeling motivated. Morning is when your brain is transitioning from theta to alpha brain waves, a state of calm clarity. Think of it as the sweet spot where your subconscious is still listening closely, but your conscious mind is waking up to make decisions. This is prime time for imprinting beliefs, intentions, and emotional tone. And what better emotion state to start with than gratitude? Gratitude, as it turns out, doesn't just make you feel good, it changes you physiology and it helps to reshape your focus. So we are going to get nerdy here for a little bit. And we've talked about gratitude studies before, right? But I've got a fresh one for you today. In 2021, Dr. Marij Stolte, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, but her team at the University of Twente in the Netherlands ran a study called The Positive Power of Gratitude Interventions in Daily Life. And here is what they did. They recruited over 200 participants and split them into two groups. One group was instructed to write 3 things they were grateful for every morning for 30 days. The control group wrote about neutral events or tasks instead. So what was the outcome? Well, the gratitude group experienced higher emotional resilience. There was significantly greater life satisfaction. And here is the kicker: a 12% increase in measurable productivity. That is not imagined. That was actual tracked output. More tasks completed, more work done, and even more pleasant interactions with coworkers. Why? Well, because gratitude shifts your mindset from lack to abundance, from what is missing to what is working. When you focus on what is already good, your brain literally starts filtering more good things into your awareness. And thanks to the Reticular Activating System, or RAS, that's the part of your brain that acts like a spotlight. You tell it what matters, and it helps you to see more of it. And when your morning routine starts with gratitude, your RAS is set to spot opportunities, not obstacles. So let's bring this to life with 2 people who are well known but not usually mentioned in gratitude conversations. So story number 1 is going to be Shakira, because she has been anchored in joy. Yes, that Shakira, global superstar, activist, and entrepreneur. Shakira has spoken in interviews about how chaotic life can be when you are juggling motherhood, public career, creative deadlines. But one of her non-negotiables, writing down 1 line of gratitude every morning before picking up her phone. just one line. Sometimes it's a big win, like grateful for the chance to sing for a global stage. Other times it's as simple as grateful for how her son laughed at breakfast. That one line keeps her anchored in joy, especially when tour schedules, deadlines, or stress try to hijack the day. She says it helps her perform better, connect more deeply, and feel like herself in the whirlwind of fame. What I love is that this practice isn't about being perfect. It is about being present. And presence brings peace, which brings power. All right, so for story number 2, we're going to talk about Naval Ravikant. I don't know I'm pronouncing it right, but here we're talking about wealth from the inside out. And so we're flipping to someone in the world of business. And once again, Naval Ravikant, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but this individual, he is a serial entrepreneur. He's an investor. He is the author of the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. Once again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but here is something that he is known for saying: a calm mind, a fit body, and a house full of love. These things can't be bought. And so in his morning practice, he has a very simple way, but it is very strategic. Before checking emails, before reviewing deals, he sits quietly for 10 minutes and mentally lists things that he's grateful for from the day before. Sometimes it's gratitude for conversation, sometimes for sleep, sometimes just for breathing. This habit keeps his focus on what really matters, and it trains his mind to see enoughness, not scarcity. And in a world obsessed with more, his quiet commitment to gratitude is what helps him attract the right ideas, the right people, and the right timing. That is abundance mindset in action. So what can you do starting tomorrow? Or, starting today? Guess what? You don't need a fancy notebook or an hour of free time. Here is your 3-minute morning gratitude routine. Keep a journal or a piece of paper besides your bed. And if you've been listening to me, you know that I have a favorite gratitude journal to use. And if you want more details about that, let me know. But basically, you can do this even with a paper napkin, as long as you have something to write on. And before you do anything else, whether it's checking your phone or turning on, I don't know, some people even turn on their TV first thing in the morning. Golly. So I hope that's not happening to you. If it is, I'm going to ask you to shift and take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down 3 things that you are grateful for. And do that before your feet even hit the floor. And it could be a sentence that says, today I attract, and fill in the blank. It could be peace. It could be courage. It could be clarity, clients, connection. And something that I would highly encourage you to do is also to speak that out loud, even while you brush your teeth. I know it may sound mumbled, but just do it. Like, today I attract courage. And this adds emotional power to what you do in the morning. So try it for 7 days, just 3 minutes, right? And then check in with yourself. How is your energy? How is your focus? What is showing up in your life? Now, here's a little spoiler alert. It won't be random. It will be what you have primed your mind to find. So if you remember just one thing from today's episode, let it be this: gratitude is not a feeling. It is a decision. And that decision becomes direction. Start your day with appreciation, and you will attract more of what you appreciate. And before we go, if this episode lifted you up or gave you an idea to try, please subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who is ready to start their day in a better way. You never know who needs to hear this. And if you do the 7-day gratitude challenge, tell me. I love hearing your wins. So that's all for now. A hui ho, toodle pip. And until next time, aloha.